they controlling me. Hey, don't know what they mean. Hey, I ain't up on my feet. Hey, G, light 'em up. Fired up the stresses, know this they controlling me. Getting signs from time to time, but don't know what they mean. I wanna run, but no I can't, I ain't up on my feet. But I'm a son that knows a man that's watching over me.
What up, Brofessional hunters? This is Jason, and today we're going to be doing a little antler stories. Today we're going to be talking about this 9-pointer right here. This was actually my first ever archery buck. I killed it in 2016. I was 17 years old when I killed this buck. It was November 8th, the day I killed it. Here's some pictures of him right here. It started off November 7th. I got permission from one of my mom's friends to go hunt on their property. They have like 12 acres, like 5 minutes down the road from where we live, right? So we go out there, me, my dad, and Jackson, my little brother. We go check out the spot, right? We walk the property, she shows us around. And everything was looking really good. She showed us videos of a bunch of deer out in the fields. Like, I'm talking like 30 plus deer out in the field that afternoon. There was lots of rubs, lots of scrapes. But anyways, we scouted this property out on November 7th, so it was the day before. I went in there and put a climber up where I thought I was going to sit. So we found this little spot behind the garage. I mean, it was literally 30 yards from the house probably. But it was right behind their garage, and it was this little patch of woods right next to the field where all these deer were, and it was just torn up with rubs and scrapes. So I put a climber where I was going to sit that morning, and I came in probably 45 minutes before legal shooting light. I get in there, get climbed up, bring my bow up, get settled in, and I squirt tinks all the way around me. So, I think legal shooting light was 6:30 this morning. It was November 8th, 2016. I believe it was 6:30. But anyways, right at legal shooting light, a deer comes walking out in that field, and I could tell it had a rack. And I'm pretty positive it was this buck right here, but I'm not certain. But anyways, he's out in the field, so I throw a couple grunts at him. I'm like, meh, meh. This deer comes trotting across the field, gets all the way up to the little wood line that I'm in, kind of stares into the woods, and I guess he didn't see anything that he thought was a deer, you know, because he was obviously looking for a deer over there. Didn't see anything, so he kind of trots off, and I was like, what the heck? Because he came like probably 40 yards away from me, but he was outside the wood line. So there was this four-wheeler trail that like ran right in front of me, and I thought he was going to walk right into it, but he stayed right there. And then he took off back across the field, went into the other wood line across the field. And that was right at daylight. So I almost had a chance right at daylight to get a buck, but he just didn't give me the opportunity to come. He didn't come close enough and didn't present me a good shot. But anyways, so later on, I'm sitting there, probably like an hour later, I see the exact, literally from right where that buck came from, or ran to, that buck's coming from. Again, an hour later. So he must have thought like, hey, you know, there's something over there. I should probably go back and check it out. So he comes literally trotting across the field like he did that morning, an hour earlier. But this time he hits the four-wheeler trail. When he hits the four-wheeler trail, he starts sniffing. And he could smell that tinks I squirted all over the place. So, out of instinct, I didn't know if this was a shooter or not. I've killed bigger deer in my life, and I was definitely really happy with taking this deer, but it's definitely not my biggest. It is a proud moment with a bow though, and it was my first buck ever with a bow. So I went ahead and took it, but he walked in literally right down that four-wheeler trail, like I said, sniffing up in the air. So I get out my phone, I'm videoing him. And I'm like, I don't know if I should shoot him. I don't know if I should shoot him. And he gives me a perfect broadside shot. You'll see in the video. Gives me a perfect broadside shot. Staying sideways right on the four-wheeler trail at like 10 yards. And I was like, all right, I got to. So I set my phone down, turn it off, draw back, sling one right through the moneymaker, you know what I'm saying? And this deer probably takes like 3 steps, starts tumbling. Didn't know what hit him. Falls right there. Luckily he fell right there. He fell like 5 yards from me, but luckily he did because there was this ditch that went straight down, probably like 10-foot drop off straight down into a ditch. I don't know why, where that came from, but it was a 10-foot ditch and it was steep. And I'm glad he didn't go down into that, but he didn't. And yeah, so he dropped right there in front of me, about 5 yards. It's pretty awesome because I was able to pull up with the Suburban, park right there right there by the garage, drag him out about 20 yards, load him up, and it was pretty sweet. Unfortunately, we do not have permission for that spot anymore. I would like to say it's due to the owner did come up to me after I shot that buck and loaded him up and checked him out. And I don't know necessarily if they like seeing the deer dead, so they never let me hunt again, but I appreciate them letting me hunt the first time and got me my first archery buck, so that's awesome. And yeah, man, I mean, that's a lesson you gotta learn. Sometimes the owners don't want to see those dead deer, so y'all should keep them to yourselves. Just go in there and be as respectful as possible. Clean up after yourselves, make sure you don't leave anything behind. And try not to let the owner see the deer if it might offend them. So, yeah. But other than that, that's my deer. Here's some more pictures of me and Jackson with our deer that year. Yeah, Jackson killed his a week before me, so his is already caped out in that picture. But, yeah, this is my 2016 whitetail deer, first archery buck ever, and it was a great experience. I did it all by myself, and yeah, it was an awesome hunt, quick and easy. Hopefully y'all are liking these videos. We appreciate all the support. Thank you for 700 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000 before September, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop some comments down below of what you want to see next or any questions you have for us, and we'd be happy to answer. So thank you all so much. Peace out.
They controlling me. Hey, don't know what they mean. Hey, I ain't up on my feet. Hey, G, lot them up. Fired up, the stresses notice they controlling me. Getting signs from time to time, but don't know what they mean. I wanna run, but no I can't. I ain't up on my feet, but I'm a son that knows a man that's watching over me. Fired up, the stresses notice they controlling me. Getting signs from time to time, but don't know what they mean. I wanna run, but no I can't. I ain't up on my feet, but I'm a son that knows a man that's watching over me. I gotta make decisions, rely on others my whole life, but think I'm independent. And always try to make it right, but never wanna listen. And I've been pushing towards the light because I know the mission. I always try, cause since a kid I knew that I was different. And looking back, it wasn't right that I would try to fit in. And now it's stressful, but I'm grateful for the life I'm living. And when I'm filled with greed, I'm falling into my vision. It wasn't even my decision.